Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all must be fine. I welcome you all in my computer class. Yesterday, in our previous class, we read about different definitions of the computer, full form of the computer, and about the father of computer. Yeah, that's Charles Babbage. But today, we will start our lesson number 1. And lesson number 1 is input, output, and storage devices. These are three different terms: input, output, and storage. So, among these three, we will take first term, and that is input devices. Do you know, my dear students, input devices are two words: input and devices. Input means to enter anything into the computer. To enter data, to enter instructions, to enter commands into the computer is called the input. Okay? And devices means physical parts of the computer. In other words, we can say hardware. These are those parts of the computer which we can touch. Okay, so input devices, these are those parts of the computer, those devices of the computer which are used to enter data into the computer. And my dear students, do you know, whatever we enter into the computer is called input. It may be anything. It may be audio, it may be video, it may be graphics, it may be images, it may be sound, it may be anything. Okay? So, my dear students, we will talk here today about some commonly used input devices. So, most commonly used input devices are keyboard and mouse, because you can see these two devices are always connected to the computer. Yes, these are always connected with the computer, because our computer, our monitor, that looks like a TV, and that has not buttons on it. So to enter anything into the computer, we need these two input devices. Okay, so without these two, there are many input devices, like I have discussed here some, like microphone is there, joystick is there, and etc. Means many more input devices are present. Okay, so my dear students, we will talk about first keyboard. Keyboard is that part of the computer by which we can type or by which we can enter data into the computer. Do you know, whenever you have to type essays, you have to type anything, that time you can use this keyboard, because by this keyboard we can type whatever we want. Okay, and we can give that input to our computer. And mouse is not a typing device. Keyboard is typing device, but mouse is pointing device, because by mouse we cannot type, we can only point towards any icon, and we can select any icon, and by double clicking or by clicking we can open any icon on the desktop. Do you know, my dear students, what is desktop? Desktop is the first screen which appears after when we switch on our computer. When we switch on our computer, the first screen which appears in front of us is the desktop, which contains small icons, small pictures on it, and a taskbar at the bottom. Okay, so without these two, there is now microphone. Microphone is also an input device, but microphone is used to record our voice, to record our sound. If you have to record anything into the computer in the form of sound, so that time you can use microphone. And after that, joystick. Joystick is that input device by which we can play games. Yes, this is used to play games. And there are many more input devices. Now, after input devices, we will go through towards our next term, and that is output devices. Do you know, my dear students, these output devices are also two different words. Output means to get results, and devices means physical parts of the computer. Means those devices of the computer which are used to give output, which are used to give results, are called output devices. And there are many output devices, as I have mentioned here, three: monitor, printer, speaker, etc. Do you know, my dear students, monitor is an output device, because whatever we will type by input devices, monitor shows the result of that on our screen. Okay, so monitor, it looks like our television. It is same like our television, but it gives the result which we get after giving input to the computer. And after that is printer. And one more thing, the result which we can get from the monitor is in the soft copy. Yes, is in the soft copy, means that copy which we cannot touch but we can only see that. Okay. After that is printer. Printer is also an output device. It also gives us result, but the result which we get from the printer is in its hard copy. Yes, means whatever we will get from the printer is in the hard copy. Hard copy means which we can touch, like our books, like our printed anything material, newspaper, those are all hard copies of our result. Means whatever we are typing into the computer, if we want to take the output as a hard copy, so that time we can use our printer. And speaker. Speaker is also an output device, because speaker allows us to listen music from the computer. It allows us to listen songs. It allows us to listen anything audio from the computer. So speaker is also an output device. And my dear students, this is enough for today. So Allah Hafiz.